Hi everybody, I'm Cece and this is my gastric sleeve video blog, and I just want to give everybody some background information in case you have never checked me out before. I am 2 weeks and 3 days post-op. My surgery was August 21st. I started my liquid diet, my 2-week liquid diet, August 6th. And during my liquid diet phase, I lost 17 pounds. And to date, right now, as of this very moment, I'm down 35 pounds. So that's inclusive of the 17 pounds from the liquid diet and also the post-surgery weight loss. So this is the fastest that I've ever dropped weight in my entire life. It was a little scary for me because they say don't weigh yourself every day, and I totally am addicted to the scale, and I'm trying to listen, but some things I am a little hard-headed with. So jumping on a scale every day or every other day, like I didn't weigh myself today because I'm like, stop it. But I was down 2 and 3 pounds every day, which is kind of like, I was like, wait, what's going on? I know for a fact that I'm struggling with getting my protein in because right now I'm on the full body liquids. So I can have things like cream, low fat, of course, don't go crazy, cream based soup. So I've had everything from like low fat, 98% fat free. Campbell's makes a wonderful New England clam chowder. And what I did was, because that's chunky, I put it in a blender and pureed it until it was liquefied but still creamy, and the potatoes made it really nice and it was delicious. I ate it for because it takes so long to eat a 4-ounce cup of soup, it takes me like an hour to get through that. So I made almost like a quart of it after I did that puree and everything. The volume increased, of course, and I had that for like lunch and dinner for like 3 or 4 days in a row. So I found Brookbinder's lobster bisque, and I looked at the contents. It was pretty low fat for a serving, but I cut the serving in half because I can only have like 4 ounces at a time. So really, my servings are even smaller than in the fat grams and everything. But I try to stick to soups that contain protein. Like tonight, I'm going to have a lentil soup, and I'm going to, of course, put it in a blender. And that's very high in protein because of the lentils. So, it has veggies in it and stuff like that. It's a Wolfgang Puck soup, and it was on sale. So I'm just having a good old time, with my soups. I was always a soup girl anyway. I love soup. I love salads. I miss salads tremendously, but I have to wait, of course. And who wants a ground up salad? That's not the point. You like that crunchy of the salad. You want to be able to chew a salad or whatever, but I can wait on it. I'm really enjoying my soup thing, and I'm like, I could do this for the rest of my life, to be honest with you, because even when you go to a restaurant, you can make a soup out of anything. If the chef is willing. Like, for example, I took my niece and nephew out before back to school, like the last week of their freedom, and there were no soups on the menu, and there was a marinated grilled vegetable sub on there. So I asked, could the chef take the vegetables that are used to make that sub, all the marinated grilled vegetables, don't add any olive oil because I'm sure they brushed it with it when they grilled, but go ahead and use a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, but not as much as you would on a sub, and grind it up and make a soup out of it. And not really grind, but puree it. And it was delicious. And actually, like I said, the volume increased. So I had by the time they brought it out, it was this huge bowl of it. And so I had 2 containers, take-home containers, because I only got through a small portion of it. And that lasted me for like a weekend and 2 days into the next week. So I could say my grocery bill did go down because I don't, it was always just me anyway. But I could see a difference from just being me to, just buying what I need. I did jump the gun. I was looking over my stuff, and I was excited about having pureed chili and stuff like that. So I ran to the grocery store and bought ground beef and turkey chili in a can and all that kind of stuff. Then I looked over my notes, and I was like, you can't have that stuff to week 3. So next week I am prepared because I have that stuff. And then the Laughing Cow cheese, I can have that week 3. I can have like soft, like parade cottage cheese, which I don't do. So I'm going to stick to one of the Laughing Cow wedges, which are only 35 grams and very low in fat. So, but you can't eat it with crackers or anything like that. But that's fine. I mean, as long as I can find new ways of getting my protein in. And I'm going to stick to everything else I can have. But what I am struggling with is getting my protein in my fluids. I feel very thirsty. Not to be gross, but my urine is very dark. And I feel like I'm not getting my hydration that I need. And that's a problem. Because, everybody wants to be hydrated. Your skin looks better and everything when you're hydrated. Your hair is, and then losing weight this fast, I'm concerned about my hair. My hair thinned over the last few months anyway, but now it seemed to be thinning out even more. So I'm concerned about that. But the solution to that, I heard, is to get some biotin. So I went to the health food store. Well, I didn't have time to, but I was going to go to the health food store and look for a subliminal, I guess that's what it is. You put it on your tongue and it dissolves, or some kind of droplets type biotin. I didn't want another pill because my vitamins are already like chewables and stuff like that. So I wanted something along the same lines of what I already have. But other than that, I'm gonna just tell you guys, I feel like a new person. I feel amazing. God is good. I'm telling you, if you are thinking about getting this surgery, you're not getting the weight off. You haven't been for years. You've never reached your goal weight. You have some health issues, high blood pressure, hypertension, heart disease, diabetes is a killer. May have had a stroke before, minor heart attack, anything that's like, you think could be triggered from your weight, which some things are, it runs in the family, like hypertension. I got to get my blood pressure checked, and I'm going to run out and do that because I made an official appointment, but they can't see me until Monday. But my thing is, I feel lightheaded when I stand up sometimes. I don't know if any of you guys experience that. And I am still taking my blood pressure pills, and my surgeon warned me that the big drop in weight, my blood pressure may not even be high anymore. And then I'm going to start working out, so that decreases the blood pressure. So before I start working out, I want to find out if I'm indeed suffering from dropped low blood pressure. Because when I stand up, I get lightheaded if I stand up too fast. When I first get out the bed, it's like, ooh, I'm very woozy. And that is a sign of possibly the blood pressure medicine maybe need to be decreased, not cut off altogether, but it may need to be decreased, or whatever. So I gotta get in there Monday, but I'm gonna go to like a CVS or something to check with the cuff like 3 times and see what the reading is, and record those readings, because you never know. Because even when on a liquid diet, when I got in the hospital, it was pretty managed. So you just never know. But right now, I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to get my liquids in. I'm a big fan of the Vitamin Water Zero, naturally sweetened. I'm really into those. I bought a blood orange version of one, and it had caffeine in it, and I didn't know that. So that's not a good look. So I got to make sure that I read the ingredients a little more. And it took me all day to really get through this, but I got most of it gone. So I'm good with that. But I'm going to try to drink another one later tonight. But it has electrolytes in it and vitamins and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's really good. I mean, I'm already taking vitamins. I'm already concerned about my nutrition because I'm not able to eat, normally at this point. So, I just want to stop and check in with you guys and let you know how I'm doing. I feel good. I did have an issue last night where I think I waited too long to eat, and I was eating a little bit too fast, and that's still challenging for me. I wasn't a fast eater, but I never ate this slowly before. An hour and a half for a 4-ounce cup of soup is very difficult, even with an espresso spoon, the really small spoons, because I eat with the baby infant spoons, the toddler spoons I eat with, and I also eat with the espresso spoons. I carry them everywhere I go, so even if I'm like out somewhere and I have something, a soup, I pull my little baby spoon out because that keeps you in line. But I'm not swallowing too much too soon, but I am picking it up and eating a little bit too much too soon. So I gotta, I have to work on that. I did it again lunchtime today because I waited a while to eat, and What happened was it started kind of building up, the little pressure here. I didn't vomit, but I was like, you know what, you got to really slow your roll. So that is very challenging for me. I spoke to another sleever, a girlfriend of mine today, and she is battling with that as well. That eating very slowly is something that you really have to work on. And it wasn't, wasn't like it's different because when you, before your liquid diet, you can eat regular food. So their thing was concentrate on chewing everything at least 30 times. I did focus on that, but I haven't had food to chew in a while. So, I didn't really concentrate on eating slowly. So now I'm forced to do it, and I have to do it or else it will come up. So, it's a challenge, but I would not do, I'm looking back and I would do the same thing I did August 21st that I did August 21st. I would have my surgery and not look back, which is what I'm doing now. I'm just going to roll with it. I thank God for the opportunity. I thanked him before I went into the emergency room, I mean the surgery operating room, for the opportunity, God, to create tools to help someone who's suffering from obesity all their lives like that. And there's more sleevers and lap band folks and gastric bypass folks out there than you realize. So, there's plenty of people to talk to. There's plenty of support groups to go to if you need help, which I'm looking forward to my next support group meeting, which is, I think, in another couple of weeks, so that I can discuss this challenge I have and maybe get some tips from them of eating a little bit too fast, because I got to really get a handle on that. All right, guys. So I hope you guys are all well, all my fellow sleevers out there. I hope you're doing your thing and you're happy. I got to say, I am extremely happy. Tomorrow is my first day out. Actually, not out because I've gone back to work. This was my first week back to work. I was only out of work 2 weeks. And that's what it is. I mean, I didn't have a lot of pain. I didn't have a lot of issues. So it was like I had only planned to be out for 2 weeks, and God blessed me. I was no complications at all, other than the nausea that I was telling you guys about on my other post, and I had to stay in the hospital an additional day. But other than that, I mean, I didn't have pain. I didn't have a whole lot of gas. And I followed doctor's instructions because I'm big on that. Like, I did my walk-in, I did the best that I can. So, it's just, it takes focus. It takes time. It's just a thing where, it's all about you at this point. You got to concentrate on you. You have to concentrate on how fast you're eating, what you're eating, when you're eating, and when you're not eating, because you should be eating, a little snack every 2 hours to keep the metabolism going. So it takes a lot of effort. But I'm glad I did what I did, and like I said, I'm not looking back. Down 35 pounds, wearing clothes I never thought I could wear that were in my closet. I'm a shopaholic, so I had a wardrobe, multiple wardrobes of things in multiple sizes. Had my Michael Kors jeans on today. Got a lot of compliments at work because it was a stressed down day, and I felt beautiful, in them, and I feel good. I just can't wait to get to the point where I find a gym with some group classes that I can afford and be able to work out and get going. I already signed up for some line dance lessons and classes and things of that nature. But tomorrow, like I said, is my first day out. I'm going to a surprise birthday party for my girlfriend, and early in the day is our first a musical festival that I'm going to. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very excited to put on my DKNY dress and step out. It's supposed to rain, but I'm going to do what I got to do, But I hope you guys are all well and everything is going well for you guys. If you're thinking about the sleeve, you have questions, please, by all means, post your comments. I'll get back to you and answer your questions. And anything that I can do for you to support you, I'm down, from praying for you, checking on you, whatever, getting through the liquid diet phase, whatever, I'm there for you. And there's a great website too if you want to set up a forum if you are thinking about any of the bariatric surgeries. Is www.verticalsleevetalk.com, and I have a profile on there as well, so you can reach me on there. Basically, any forum that you can reach me in, I can get back to you. All right, so you guys have a wonderful weekend. I just want to check in with you, and bye.